Every now and again, you run across a book that is so intriguing, so engrossing that you're compelled to read just one more page. I like a good thrift store, and as the old saying goes, you can lead one man's trash to another man's treasure, but you can't make it drink. Something like that anyway. I was looking for some books to read, as I'm trying to become more book smart, having surpassed YouTube and street smarts. I noticed a box of what looked like skinny clothes labeled K. Burnell. Curiosity is one way to skin a cat, and so I browsed. What I found buried in swimsuit model clothing shook me to my very core. Hi, I am the voice Phil Burnell's sister-in-law was possessed by. It's not every day you find a special tome of forbidden knowledge that gives you true insight to the goings-on of a hermit kingdom. And I'm not talking about best Korea here either. What I found was a hardcover style book that only had 2KJ etched into the otherwise blank cover. I cautiously thumbed through the pages of this book. As I read some of these entries, I found myself saying, "This shocks me." There aren't any dates, and thus, I don't know when any of these take place. That being said, please allow me to share some of the more interesting pages with you. My head is still swimming. My front feet's hurt and are wrapped in something. I'm too groggy to process much. The first thing I can remember seeing is a human clad in scrubs. She seems kind and caring. She scooped me up and gently put me in the strange box I was brought here in. I don't even know where here is. My memory is fuzzy. I'll try and sleep and figure this out later. It's been several days. My feet are still sore and bound. They itch, but I can't get to them to scratch. I'm still trying to figure out this strange new place. There are two humans here. One dotes on me a lot, yet she spends an inordinate amount of time putting what I can only describe as paint on her face. Though she does seem to be nice. The other human, well, he's a bit of a mystery. I think that he's quite stupid. I am a cat, but he refers to the other human as a cat too. I do have food to eat, though, and water to drink. I found the sand pit, so I know where to pee. Maybe this won't be so bad. What have they done to me? My front feet were freed and I tried to stretch my toes. Where did my claws go? My front line of defense is gone. What did I do to deserve this kind of treatment? I thought this place would be decent. I never expected to be mutilated like this. The humans carry on like nothing is wrong, indifferent to my plight, devoid of compassion. I've started to notice some of the bizarre behaviors of my captors. During the day, one is here most of the time. He sits on a couch in a room upstairs and stares blankly at a picture box for hours on end. He occasionally says things, but it's mostly shouting and screaming, striking this board with colored spots. He's angry and violent. I guess I would be too if I had to sit in this room all day. It smells worse than the dog hallway at the concrete home. I sometimes go in to see if maybe I can improve my standing here by searching for the source of the stench, but the angry one merely yells at me, sometimes spraying me with liquid. The other human isn't mean, but she doesn't get excited like the angry one. She too will sit and use a smaller board with colored spots to make the picture box change. She doesn't say or do much, just slow, heavy breathing. I think I saw her drool a few times. There is no logic in this place. The methods of torture here are very unorthodox. At night, the angry one and the dull one each go into separate rooms. They had me fooled into believing they were mates, but they don't speak to each other very much. It is during the night that I get the most cruel treatment. The angry one ushers me into his dungeon, staggering and slurring the entire time, and locks the door behind us. He then uses a smaller picture box that makes weird noises, like humans shouting, something being slammed down, a strange chiming noise in quick succession, and then the angry one cheers quietly for no reason. I have no food, no water, nowhere to pee or poo for the entire night. All I hear is the rhythmic rumble of the human in his bed. Even his sleeping sounds loud and angry. This room also has a similar odor to that other room. I don't know what the other human does at night, but one time I thought I heard the word Tyrone from outside the door. Today, both humans left the facility. I thought I would do some more exploring, see if I could find some sort of hiding spot or maybe a way out. When I look outside, Smaller mammals mock me. The humans choose to give them these blocks made up of many foods. I only get one bland, tasteless, dry pile of hard food. It's edible, but I feel jealous of the bags of food that show up several times a day, as it often smells leagues better than what I can only call crunchy gruel. The sandpit has yet to be cleared out. I feel demoralized having to do my business on top of the past month's worth of business. There is more shit than sand at this point. Just another form of torture meant to break my spirit. I will remain vigilant. While they are gone, I explore the upstairs when I can. The dull one has many of the white, squeaky-sounding food boxes stacked on a platform. The ferocity she shows when eating makes the angry one seem like a field mouse. Oh, how I wish I could chase a field mouse. The stink room is closed, so I can't get to the bottom of the smell. But when I hear the unmistakable grinding noise, I know it's time to return downstairs. I don't want them to catch me, lest I see more of the spray. Whoa, wow. I think that's enough for now. We would be here for a week if I kept going. I'll put a bookmark in, and I'll look for more notable entries to share on another day. Reading through these pages makes me feel bad for this troubled cat. Maybe there's hope for this too, KJ. Some freedom. This clearly isn't a kind place. It's meant to deceive and control. For those animal-style owners out there, don't be shitty to your kitty.